Good afternoon, which way? East Coast, good morning, West Coast, and hello to everybody in between and outside. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hi, everyone. You notice that I'm not in my usual place because I'm house sitting again. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. I don't see your comments because I have them here on my iPad, so give me a second. I've got to turn a couple things off. There we go. Hopefully you can see and hear me okay. I don't have the vision because my phone, I'm doing this from my phone, and the screen is facing away from me, so I can't tell what you're seeing and if everything looks okay. So let me know in the chat, can you see me? Can you hear me? It looks like you can because everyone is saying, hello, Ian. Hello, welcome. I hope everybody is having a great day today. I am doing well. Like I said, I am house sitting. I'm going back home. In fact, just after this broadcast is over with, I'm going to go back home. But I wanted to go at my regular time so that way I wasn't bumping into Teresa Louise if she was going to go live today. And I don't know if Tiffany will be going live today or not. But I didn't want to mess up anybody else's schedule, so I decided to go live during my normal scheduled time. Everyone is saying, yes, we can see you. Excellent, excellent. We've got GNB, Barbara, So Terry, Melina, Guess Who Nancy, Donna, The Confident Quilter is here, Louise, Candy, Judy, Danelle, Kathy, MJ, hello everybody, Ines, Ken is here. I am stuck in a corner. I'm just very fortunate that my friend does YouTube videos as well, so that way I can borrow his setup while I'm here. They're coming home today. In fact, they're getting on a plane shortly, and I'm going to transition back to my place this afternoon. Oh, Teresa's here. Hello, Teresa. Linda is here. Joanne from Arkansas is here. I almost said Arkansas. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. All right, so let's talk about a few things first. First of all, if you've never seen this before, hello, I am on the road again, so that's why I have my featherweight with me. I like to sew with my featherweight whenever I'm not in my normal spot, such as my apartment. So I use my featherweight whenever I go out on the road. This is Sylvia. Sylvia was a family friend's. It actually belonged to a family friend, and it was her mother's featherweight machine. She gave it to me. I offered to pay her for it, and she said I cannot charge family. So she gave it to me, and ever since I've been able to use her. I've taken very good care of her. I will continue to take good care of her. I took her to Boxcar Quilts and had Chief Featherweight take a look over her and make sure that everything was okay, and she has a clean bill of health, and I get to operate with her every now and again. And so since I was not home, I figured I'd bring her out again. My family friend's name, her mother was named Sylvia. In fact, the top of the case has Sylvia's hand-lettered name on the top of it, so that's why her name is Sylvia. So that's the story of the featherweight. Hello, Spruce Threads. Yo Petty G says, hello, Spruce Threads. Yes, we'll get to that here in just a second. Louise asks, what year was she birthed? She is a 1948, if I remember correctly. I think it's 1948. I would have to look it up again. I have it written down somewhere, but I believe it's 1948. Everyone's saying hello. Rochelle with 3 L's is here. Jan is here. Hello. Spruce Threads, yes, if you have not already checked it out, make sure to go watch the breaking news video that I posted on Friday. I posted breaking news because Legit Kits has come out with their first block of the month. It's funny because I watched Mike's video. He's the owner of Legit Kits. I watched his video and he pronounced it as bomb. It's the Legit Kits bomb, and I pronounced it as boom because it's B-O. It's funny because O can go either way. So boom, bomb, whatever you want to call it. It is actually a block of the month. If you're interested in paper piecing, I would head over to Legit Kits legitbom.com to check it out. You can also go to legitbom.com. They set up a special website specifically for the block of the month. It is an exclusive pattern. You will not get it outside of the block of the month. So if you do the block of the month, you'll get the pattern. If you decide not to do the block of the month, that pattern will not be available from Legit Kits ever again, basically. So at least that's what they're telling me. So if you're interested in it, go check it out. I am sewing it together. I'm one of the testers for it. I will not be sewing everything on camera. I am opening the first package on camera and showing you how to do one of the blocks for it, but I'm not going to be doing each individual video on it because I was one of the testers and I'm working my way through it to get it completed, but I will show you the final product when I get it all done. I'm so excited for that. So we'll be doing that. And if you use code IAN, my name, IAN, when you sign up, use the coupon code Ian, and you'll get 10% off your first month. And it also is an affiliate code, so I get a small commission, little something for me when you sign up at no cost to you. Remember, anytime there's an affiliate link from any YouTuber, it does not cost you anything. It just helps us and helps our channel. So if you sign up, use code IAN to get that 10% off and then help my channel out a little bit. Let's see here. So Terry says, mine was born when my late sister was born, 1953. So her name is Sally. She passed a year ago. I'm sorry to hear that. Kathy says 1948, the year I was born. Well, isn't that amazing? Joan says, I loved your breaking news for the Legit Kits. I know. So Terry says Legit Kits is getting real with their block of the month. It's very exciting. Let's see what else. I'm just reading your comments. I'm so bad about just like stopping and reading comments. So Terry says, has that been released already? The block of the month is now available. And I forgot to mention, you can only order it through May 21st. May 21st is the last day. I think it's either that day or the day before. You know, whenever something closes, you're not sure if it's the day of the mention or the day before. Anyways, just order it. If you're interested in ordering it, don't wait. Order today. Dog sitting a black lab. Yep, that dog is a black lab. I didn't know if you could see him or not. His name is Dexter. He's a wonderful, good boy. He's sitting in front of the desk. Barbara says, I almost missed you. Oh, no. Katrina asks, is that what you're testing? Yes, that is what I'm testing. I am testing the color vortex, and it has been a lot of fun to test it out. So today I'm going to be sewing. So these are the half square triangles that I cut off from when I was working on the, what do we call that? The seasonal 4. That's what we have now dubbed the 4 of us, when Tiffany, Becca, myself, and Teresa all did the sewing together with line work. We all did different things. I'm trying to figure out which way I want it that way. So I had a lot of extra half square triangles left over as I was cutting them off the pattern that I was using. By the way, I have that video posted. It's a 3-hour live that you can go, 3.5-hour live actually, that you can go check out. But it left me with a lot of half square triangles left over. So what I'm doing is I'm now taking these half square triangles and I'm just sewing them together. And I want to make a bag out of them, like one of the tool bags that I've been making. So I have my grid here just to make sure that I need it just slightly bigger than my grid. So that way when I put everything together, I will be able to sew it together into a pouch. So I'm using these half square triangles, and I currently have my 1/4 inch foot on my machine. I almost, the seam allowance started to pop up whenever I was sewing, so that's why I made that funny noise, because I was like, oh good, don't do that. Don't do that. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna find different types of material that I like to pair up. And I'm making a whole bunch of half square triangle squares that are going to be put together and then sewing them all into a big sheet, basically. Big piece that I can then cut down to turn into one of the tool bags. And I have taken the original foot off my machine, and I'm currently using a 1/4 inch foot to sew these together. And that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to be looking at your comments. That's what I'm going to be doing. Linda says, I see the dog looking. I didn't even know that y'all could see him. He's over here on the floor. I gave him a treat right before I went live, so that way he didn't feel ignored. He's a good boy. He's a really good boy. I love getting to house sit because he's such a good boy. So I'm just looking through my pile of pieces. I'm just randomly lining things up and going like, cool, that looks good. Let's go with that one. I don't know how many of these squares it's going to take to go all the way across, so I need to measure that here in a second. Did I lose my thread? No? Okay. I thought my thread quit there for a moment. I had to do a test one, so I went over it several times to make sure that my tension was right. This machine loves the tension real high. Real high. I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, then cool. Love that for you. Katrina said, oh, hey, Christy, welcome. Long time no see indeed. Glad you're here. The color vortex is awesome. It's really pretty, and I cannot wait. I've already sent a picture over to my quilter. I think my thread broke. I'm pretty sure it did. I sent a picture over to my quilter and was like, look what's going to be coming down the pipe. She hasn't replied yet, so I don't know if she's seen it yet or not, but I'm super excited for her to work on it. I have an idea for how I want it how the quilting should be, but we'll have to see. I almost missed you. Well, I'm glad you're here, Barbara. It is nice and quiet. I love this machine. She's a lovely girl. Until her thread breaks. And it's like, come on, what's happening? What are you doing? Like I said, she likes her tension high. I tried to like adjust it because it seems like with every thread you kind of have to play with the tension a little bit. She loves her tension high. I don't understand why, but I tried to run it on a lower one and she gave me all kinds of loops. So it was like, well, okie dokie. That's not what you want to do. Got it. I'm just going to tie that in there. G&B says, I'm glad I didn't miss you this time. I'm glad you didn't either. I'm sure love your live sewing. I'm so glad. I love doing this. I think Sundays are the perfect day for me to go live. Just doing some sewing. You're also probably having a little bit of suppression. These mics suppress the sound a lot, which is great. But it also, like, you may not be getting the full effect of the sound that she's making because they suppress the sound a lot, which is great because you can actually hear me over the sound of the machine. But also for things like this where you may want to hear the sound of the machine, makes it a little difficult to actually hear. You know. You know. I took some of the half square triangles that were left over from the Socialites 2 quilt and made a two-sided quilt for the toddler room at church. All of the kids are playing in that area now. Oh my goodness. I'll invite you to come puppy sit Gabby while I'm gone. Excellent, sounds good. All right, so I need, let's see. What I'm doing is just measuring basically, let's see, 2... So it looks like I need 3-ish. How many have I done so far? 1, 2. So if I had 3 by 3, what's 3 times 3? Thank you. 9.
It's 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because, you know, math. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Katrina, if you pay for the plane ticket, I'll come up and puppy sit. Gotta go a little slow here so that way I... Hey Loki, welcome! How's your Sunday night doing there in South Africa? It's crazy to me that, like, YouTube, you can talk to people literally from around the world. Literally around the world. Nope, that has that in it. Let's do this one. I am just trying to be random with this. I'm not trying to pick a specific... Like, there's going to be some that are next to each other, and there's not anything I can do about that. Why is this one smaller? This half square triangle is smaller than I think maybe all the rest. It sure is. I somehow goofed that one and accidentally made it a little too small. Katrina says I have to pay for my flight. Yeah. I saw last night Becca did make it home safely. She made it home from Vegas. If anybody got the chance to see her while she was there, I saw the pictures and I'm super jealous that I wasn't able to be there. Wish I could have been there too. Carol asked, hey Ian, what are you working on? I have a whole bunch of half square triangles left over from the collaboration that I did with Tiffany, Becca, and Teresa for the seasonal 4. You can check out that video over on Tiffany's channel, and then also on my channel where I finished it up. But I am just working on putting these half square triangles together and making a full piece that I can use to make little tool bags from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have all of what I need. So now I'm going to trim this. I'm just going to put those over there. I have one. I have my test one, and I've got to go home and rip some of the seams out of it because I was testing, trying to get the perfect tension, and it just needs to be the extra lines of sewing just need to be trimmed from it is all it is. I may want to go back over this one again. Let me look at this one and open it up. Hello, Heather. Welcome. Nope, that's fine. All is well in South Africa. Typical Sunday evening. Getting ready for the new week. Guess what I did today? Half square triangles. Excellent. It sounds like several people have done half square triangles today. Guess I'm fitting in with the crowd. So many half square triangles. I know. Oh, don't forget, later on this week, on Friday, I'm going to be live with Cotton Cuts because they're going to be doing their big reveal for Piazza, and I get to reveal the Piazza that I've been working on. I have sewn it together, and it looks so good. I cannot wait for y'all to see it. It's going to be amazing. It's really, really going to be amazing, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. All right, so how do I want to do this? I am doing this on the fly, and so my brain is all over the place. Okay, so if we do it like this, cool, cool, excellent. And then we go here. I'm just laying things out. Oop, that's too close to that. I want to lay this out a little bit so that way I'm not putting things directly next to each other. I am house sitting again. You are correct, Lily. Although I am getting ready to go back home. So as soon as this live is over, I'm going to go back home again. I may. We're going to see. I'm going to sew 2 of these together. And we'll see what that creates. So I'm just laying them out on the table in front of me. Because I want to try and make sure that like 2 of the same print are not touching each other, which it doesn't look like that they are, which is great. I do want to adjust this, I think. Oh, I did get 2 semi next to each other. Oh, well, that's okay. That's all right. So I'm just rearranging and playing around. This is the time like those design boards are really great to have. Why did I put that back there? I wanted that one there. Cool. Yes. I think I want this one here. Okay. That's going to be touching. I don't want that there. Okay, that'll work. Hey, So Yarn Arm, how are you? So I think I'm going to sew these 2 together. I don't have an iron with me, so this, you know, it makes it a little harder. But I do have my phalanges that I can use to press. So I'm going to use my phalanges to press my seam to one side or the other. Whoops. Do you like how I say that? Phalanges. I learned that from Gravity Girl. Graveyard Girl. Gravity Girl? Graveyard Girl. That's who I learned it from. Goodness gracious. Okay, so that goes that way, that goes that way. So now I'm going to take my seams and just nest them together. Just like so. And now I take them up to the platform. And I'm going to hold my tails, because on this machine you have to hold your tails. I learned that the hard way when I got started on using the featherweight. She's definitely a little more, she's got a little more attitude than my Bernina does. So it's taken me a little while to get used to her. But we get there. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to decide what I want to do and how I want to do it. Digits, like Gorilla in the Mist. That came out pretty good, actually. I'm very happy with that. Digit irons. Yep, that's exactly what they are. All right, so that seam goes that way, so then this one needs to go the other way. So we're just gonna finger press that. Saves on electricity, and this one does use a lot less electricity than what my Bernina does, that's for sure. That way, there you go. Good job. Good job. All right, go this way. There we go. We're gonna pull the thread and make sure to hold on to it. And I'm just gonna be lining everything up. Make sure it stays aligned. It's not wanting to stay aligned today. Which way are you going? You should be going that way. There we go. You gonna play nice today? Okay, cool. Just take your time. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, it's just going to go into a tool bag, like one of those zippered tool bags that I like to make. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I wanted to hit my thread trimmer. Whoops. That doesn't work. Not on this machine. All right, so there we go. That is darn close. So I'm gonna say that that's pretty good. So I did lose a lot on that. So I'm gonna have to add, I forget those seam allowances, you know, those seam allowances take up a lot of real estate. So I am going to have to add some more on the top, but we'll worry about that momentarily. Not at this moment. They didn't make those black in the day? Are you talking about the featherweight? June, hello, welcome. Hey, June. Oh, back in the day, not black. Hello. That was the dyslexia kick in. Yeah, they definitely did not make the. Yep, you were right. They did not make the thread cutters on the machine back in the day. We have sure come a long way, haven't we? Okay, good to know. You know, the stupid thing is, I meant to grab the bottle of oil and I totally forgot. So I do need to oil her very soon. I meant to bring it with me this time and I totally forgot. So I will add some more oil to her, hopefully tonight when I get back home. Because I really did intend to bring it with me. I was like, oh, I need this. And then I left it out of her case. And I was like, well, that was dumb. That was dumb. How many of y'all are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and heard about Boxcar Quilts moving to their new location? I'm very excited to see their new location. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Laura posted a sneak peek on her Instagram, on the Boxcar Quilt Instagram, and I can't wait to see it in person. Jackie says, Everglow kit should be here Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't wait. Yeah, about that. May have gone a little overboard with my ordering. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's totally fine. You know that Taylor Swift song? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I may have ordered a little too much, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right? Judy asks, what's the name and brand of the oil that you use? I use the Featherweight Shops oil. I bought a bottle of oil from them, and so that's what I'm going to be using when I get back home to oil, is that bottle of oil. She sounds so good, though. Oh, so good. If you've never heard of Featherweight going, oh. Chrissy asks, where are they moving to? They moved to, so Boxcar was in Crossroads, Texas. They have moved to they had their own retreat center, and they've moved everything to their retreat center. So it's not terribly far away from where they were already. It's just a little ways different now. So if you're headed to Boxcar, they're no longer in Crossroads. They're actually going to be on their event center, or that thing. Let's see. Joan asks, have you heard about Mom and Pop? And did Becca make it back from Vegas? I have not heard any updates on Mom and Pop yet. Make sure to keep watching their videos. If you want to support them and want to do a little thanks, I think is what it's called. If you look under, it should be under this video as well. There should be a little heart that has a $ in it. If you would like to make a donation, you can tip any YouTuber by using that little heart with the money icon in it. But I've not heard any updates from them. That also works over on Tiffany's channel. So if you go to Tiffany's channel, there should be that little heart with the $. If you want to do it, it is not required. If you want to make a donation, you're more than welcome to, but we do not force you or, anything like that. That is all up to you. And then Becca did make it back from Vegas. And she made it back safely, and she is hanging with her family, I think, today. It is a sweet sound, yes. Judy says, thanks, that's the same store I ordered my supplies from for my machine. Yep, that's where I order from. I've ordered several things from them. I also ordered some polish, and I've yet to actually do the polish yet. I need to. I keep telling myself that I'm going to do it, but I get nervous because I don't want to damage her. I'm going to give you a pro tip. Do not ever, 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 ever use rubbing alcohol. Made that mistake. Thank goodness I did it in a test area, and it was a little spot. So glad I did a test spot. Do not use rubbing alcohol ever, 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 ever on a featherweight. Just saying. Don't do it. Trust me. Trust me. I made that mistake, so you don't have to. I love boxcar quilts. I'm excited for them, but sad for me because it's now further away. Nancy, what part of the Dallas-Fort Worth area are you in? I'm kind of indifferent because I don't think it makes too much of a difference from where I'm at. It was already a long journey up there to begin with, and now this just makes it a little. I don't think it changes all that much, to be honest. I don't think it makes a huge difference now. It was always kind of a day trip for me to get up there anyways. Benito says, I saw that she had surgery and is doing okay. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. Again, keep supporting her channel by watching her videos that she already has out. And I know that they'll keep us updated if they need anything. That's what I'm hearing, at least. Is Boxcar anywhere near Tomball? I don't remember off the top of my head where Tomball is. I feel like Tomball is South Texas, but I could be completely wrong on that. So if I am, forgive me. Yeah, we need one more row up at the top, I feel like. Making sure all of my half square triangles are going the right way. Yeah, they are. So I only need 2 more up at the top, and that should cover everything. And I think I want to do it like this. Does that work? Or do I want to do it this way? I want to do it this way. It puts the 2 of them close together, but that's okay. So Terry says, if it is from the featherweight shop, it is safe. I have used car polish on mine machines to have restored it. Also, I have the So Steady extension table for her. She's always set up. That's excellent. Liz asked, what did the rubbing alcohol do? It actually pulled off the protective coating on her. So there's several layers here. There's the layer of paint, and then there's a layer of clear protective coating. And that coating can actually change colors over time. It becomes a little yellow because like anything from that time period, like varnish, it can kind of yellow. So when I put the rubbing alcohol on it, it started to pull that protective coating off. which you do not want to do. So thankfully, again, I only did it in a very small area, realized what was happening immediately and stopped. And then I bought that kit of protective wax and protective cleaner from the Featherweight shop. I just need to maybe that's one of the live videos I'll do, is I'll sit and I'll polish and use that protective coating on her. Maybe that will be one of the videos that we do at some point on a live. Because honestly, I just get so freaked out doing it because I don't want to damage her. You can tell that she was already very well loved. Like, there's nothing wrong with her, but you can tell that she was used, and that's great. Like, that's a sign of a great machine, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to protect her and keep her as pristine as possible, you know? Yep. Y'all are saying absolutely. Christy says it's nowhere near Tomball. Jean asks, Ian, have you been at the stitching? I'm not sure if that's a location or what that is. So the answer is probably no. Linda said, just came on as you were talking about donations for Tiffany. If you want to make a donation to Tiffany or to Laurel Land Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, underneath all of the YouTube's videos, and even if you just want to make a donation to any YouTuber that you like watching, you can click that heart with a $ in it, and that money will go to support their channel. Remember, YouTube does take fees out. They'll take basically a processing and handling fee out of it, so they won't get the full amount that you're giving, but they do get most of it. So you will help support them by doing that if you so choose to. That is not a requirement. I want to stress that. Like, we are not expecting that, so don't stress that you have to do that. It's something, if you want to do it and want to support your favorite YouTuber, you can absolutely do that. But don't ever feel like you are required to do that, because that's not true. We don't expect that. So if you want to do it that way, you can. If you just want to support them by watching their videos and watching all the advertisements, that's a great way to help support YouTubers, is, you know, sitting there and watching the advertisements as their videos play. I'm just giving you different ideas on how to support the YouTuber that you like and enjoy to watch. I do this as a hobby. This is not my main job, but it does help bring a little extra income. In fact, that's how I was able to pay for some of the purchase that I made of the Everglow. Was some of the money that I received from YouTube helped to pay for that. So it helps us. It helps, you know, keep us going. It's not my main source of income, but I definitely appreciate it. And it helps me make more content because I'm able to purchase the fabric lines that I want to purchase, you know. So it's helpful. Ronnie says, beautiful machine. I know. I love this machine so much. She's so beautiful, and she means so much to me. Nancy B says, I'm in Denton, Argyle. I was a drive to Crossroads, but it is a drive to any good quilt store from here. Ain't that the truth? Ian, have you been to the Stitching Post in Quiltman? It's near no. I can't say the name. You're watching my brain try to process it. Because, yeah, it's trying to, it's there. It's, yeah. Okay. I have not been to Stitch in Heaven. I have not been there yet. I have not been to Stitching Post. So Terry says, I think the heart appears after the live. We don't see it right now. You're absolutely right. I apologize. It's not here in the live at the moment. Because right now you can do things like super chats. There are some like live options that are available, super chats and such, which do the same thing. But if you're watching a previous video or a non-live video, you can do that over on other people's channel. But super chats are active right now during a live. If you're watching this on the replay, there should be a little heart down there with the dollar icon in it. And again, please don't feel like I'm not forcing, I'm not telling for y'all to do that. I just want y'all to know what's available if you so choose to. You know, that's just trying to get the education out there. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm saying, oh, you gotta make a payment, pay us now. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I just want y'all to know your options that are available. YouTube supports a fabric addiction. Yep, true story. Nancy Gus is here. Hello. Yeah, alcohol removes the shellac and can turn a gold decal silver. You can re-shellac, or if you're fancy, French polish the old black singers to restore the problem areas. Good to know. Miniola, thank you. Miniola, thank you. Mona did what is here? Hello. Loki says, I'm a big fan of vintage machines. I have a 55-year-old Bernina. Her name is Old Faithful, and I do most of my patchwork off of her. What I would really love to do is I want to do a entire quilt using my featherweight. I think I'm going to find a pattern to do an entire quilt off of her because I think that would be fun. What if, okay, hear me out. What if I did a kind of challenge where I decide a quilt pattern, I take that quilt pattern, and every Sunday, not every Sunday, but the Sundays that I want to do it, I go out to different outside locations because all I need is a power source. So I grab my featherweight, find a power source, and just sew somewhere outside for an hour. I don't know. Just a thought. That would be a fun little challenge. Like, where is Ian gonna sew from today? Because I can go live literally from my phone. So, all right. So here is the final product. I'm gonna take this and I will trim it down because I need it to be just about this big. So I will have to trim it down a little bit, but this gives me plenty of wiggle room to work with. But there's one right there. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4. I actually need 4. Mona says, I clean one with sewing oil. Yes, it is. It's funny that you actually clean it with the oil that you use to oil it. Never would have thought. Jan says that would be fun to watch. Okay, maybe I should put that into my mind of like just going out to different locations and sewing. Ronnie says I bought myself the Martelli rotary cutter this weekend at the Quilt Fest. Came home to use it. What a game changer. I know. Isn't it amazing? What about a sew along? Ooh, maybe. Loki, that would be pretty fun. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have enough to make a second one. So we'll make a second one. You're okay, buddy. Every time I like shift or move, Dexter's like, "Oh, we're doing something now." It's like, "No, Dexter. No, Dexter. You're a good boy. You're a good boy." He's just behind the camera looking at me like, "Did you call my name?" Heather says, the minions are fine, which is code for they're driving me crazy. Chores suck and I'm exhausted. Glad to be in the final stretch. I bet you are. I bet you very much are. I did get the results from the South Carolina Quilt Fest, and I did not win a ribbon there, unfortunately. Several of my friends did, and I'm excited for them, but unfortunately I did not. So, not this time. The quilt is getting ready. As soon as it comes home, it's going to sit with me for a little bit, and then it goes to Sisters, which I will be getting to go see it when it is in Sisters, Oregon. I'm so excited for that trip. My friends are excited to see me. I cannot wait to go on that trip. So again, if you're going to be in the Sisters, Oregon area for the Sisters Quilt Show, you know, keep an eye out for me because hopefully I will be there too. Can't wait for that show. It's going to be a blast. Oh, I already got 2 of these together. I don't need to sew all of them, so I'm going to take 2 of these squares out. Oh, look, Becca's here. Oh my God, I went to Vegas and you moved? I love your new house and the setup is amazing. Just kidding, I know you're house sitting. Yes, you know I'm house sitting. I sent several Marco Polos to Becca of Dexter. How's Beetlejuice and the new puppy? I forgot the new puppy's name. Becca is currently getting lunch for her kiddo. So she said she's going to be in and out. I just look up and there she is. Glad you could stop by, Becca. Let's do these, I think. Oops, let's get them going the right way, shall we? That looks good. Akumu, that's right. That's right. They're napping, apparently. Can't wait to see them. Don't forget, I'm going to be joining Becca in June. I'm going to be up there around June 19th. I'm sure you will see some shenanigans from both of us during that time. Hopefully I won't fall out of the chair again. Ridiculous. Woo! I can't believe we're almost to the end of the month. I'm gonna have to do my monthly recap video very soon. We're getting close to the end of the month, so I've got a lot of polka dots in this one. Maybe I'll switch out for this one. Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's almost the end of the month already. Like, where did April go? We're gonna hit May, which is my birthday month. I'm not gonna really spend the entire. Some people are like, my birthday month. No. I actually try to let my. In the past, I've tried to let my birthday go unnoticed, to be honest, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, that's awesome. So Becca says that Mama is rescheduling her time so that she can be here for a day or two while you're in. Mama wants to meet the famous Ian. Well, I don't know about famous, but I will be super excited to meet Mama. That'll be exciting. We'll see what gallivanting we can get up to while I'm there. Let's do this one, I think. I need to stand. I know. My watch always tells me, you need to stand. I'm like, I know. I know I need to stand. Candy asks, what day is your birthday, Ian? My birthday is May 30th. This one got cut. Oh, this one got cut smaller too. Oops. Don't know what happened there. It's a smaller block. I'm just making stuff up as I go along here. Oh, Katrina was surprised by a birthday lunch today. That's awesome. It's the only thing I don't like about the featherweight is you can't get the auto stop in the needle down position. Ooh. I like the auto stop with the needle down. That's what I like the most. All right, this should be all of them. So Becca, Barbara asked Becca, and I'm saying this out loud because I think Becca may be driving. You shouldn't be watching YouTube while driving. Is Mama Nancy still moving down and going to be moving into the basement apartment? So we'll see if Becca is still around. Not driving. Okay, good. Becca says that she is not driving. Good. Ordering delivery. Got it. Good. Glad. Glad to hear that. All right. So I'm going to lay these again out in front of me so that way I can play with the layout if I so choose. Nope, that's going to put that right next to that. I think I want to move that to a different place. So Becca says, yes, she is, but probably not until 24 or 25. Her health is improving for both of them, and they want to be able to live independently for as long as they can. Totally understand that. Got a lot of black and white polka dots in this one. Do that way. Excuse me. I did 4, so I need one more row. I think I want to move this one this way. Yep, that looks better. Yes, they are. Becca asks, are these scraps from our project collab? Yes, they are. These are all the scraps that are left over that I'm going to be making some tool pouches out of. Why do I have one left over? I may have gone too far. Wouldn't surprise me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oops, I got one right next to each other. What if I move this one here? And what if I rotate it? That works. I like that better. I can't wait to meet Mama Becca. That's going to be so much fun. I think we're going to have a hoot while I'm there. A hoot and a holler. Ian, I love that machine. I have a Centennial featherweight machine. I don't use as often as I should. I need to use this one more, to be honest with you. She needs to be used more. But I kind of like that idea of like finding different areas that I could go sew in, you know? I think that would be a fun challenge. Where is Ian sewing from today? And can he do it? I think that would be a fun challenge, right? And I like the idea of a so-long. I don't remember who suggested that, but I think that would be a fun idea. This one is gonna go this way, finger press. I'm gonna iron these when I get home. Maybe next week maybe when we sew next Sunday, I will actually put the tool bag together. We'll see. We will decide what I'm gonna do later. Let's get through today's live, right? There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Ronnie says that fabric you're using complements Sylvia nicely. I agree. Looking into power supplies like jack power pack used for camping. I was just thinking about that actually. I was thinking, oh, I could use like a battery pack of some kind. The only problem is they're super expensive. And I'm having to adjust my budget a little bit. With all the dental work that is going on, I need to get some implants, and they are very expensive. And luckily enough, we're redoing our benefit selections right now, in fact. So that's good, but it also means that I'm having to like make decisions on my health savings account and how much I want to put into that and all that kind of stuff. So I think that means that I am going to have to like sorry, I got distracted for a second. I have to figure out how much I can put into my HSA, and I think that's going to affect my paychecks, because you know it comes out of your paycheck, and so my paycheck will be a little bit less because I'm putting in the money for the HSA, so that way I can afford the implants, and it's going to be less money short term, but it's going to save me money long term because I won't have to pay taxes on it and all that kind of stuff. So I think if you're in America, you know what I'm talking about, and dealing, you know, you have to make these decisions on how am I going to do this? What am I? Oh, I put two next to each other. Whoops. Oh well, that's what it is. I don't have a seam ripper, so we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna keep running with it. Yeah, you just have to make all these decisions and like elections and all that kind of stuff, and it's not fun. It is not fun, but it will be good in the long run. Once I make my elections and figure out what I'm doing. Shelly says, I've had 2 featherweight machines and I sewed a seam and said, okay, I did that, back to a modern machine. I do like my modern machine, but it's fun to kind of play around on a featherweight, you know? Oops, I forgot to hold the threads. That's the other thing that I forget to do on this machine all the time. I forget to hold the threads because on my other machine I don't have to. But anyways, long story short, I'm trying to elect benefits. I'm trying to figure out how much I'm going to put towards my HSA and figure out like what that's going to do to my budget, basically, is what it boils down to. How much can I spare in my budget? And I got to kind of crack down on my budget a little bit. So I can't shop for fabric as much. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me a little mad with how much money I make. I should be I make a very decent salary, and so it just makes me frustrated that I have to still be worried about bills and everything. You know, like my salary is very decent, and yet I still have to worry about these things. I have to worry about rent going up. I have to worry about, you know, things like that. So dental work is so expensive. Mona, it is so expensive, and it's I feel very strongly that our teeth. Oh, I just put those two next to each other. How did I do that? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It makes me upset because like dental insurance, our teeth are not covered by our regular health insurance. That makes no sense to me. It's like, are our teeth not a part of our body? Like, make that make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So it's very frustrating that dental work is not covered unless you have dental insurance, and then it's covered. I don't know. We won't get into that, but it's just frustrating. And eyes, like, are our eyeballs not a part of our bodies? Like, what, what, what? You know? I don't understand. Don't understand. Oops, cut that a little too short. There we go. Good adulting, life is hard. It is so true. Lynn says, I use leaders and enders without fail on the featherweight because I forget to hold the threads too. Happens all the time. Oh, that's good. Mona says that my dental team does 0% interest payments. That's good. Oh, how interesting. Christy says that when her teeth were pulled out, because she did have her teeth pulled out, and she also has Crohn's, her Crohn's improved. That's the thing that makes me, I think, the most frustrated with this is teeth are so incredibly, like our teeth and mouth health are so incredibly important to our overall health, and yet insurance, regular health insurance doesn't cover it. And you have to get dental insurance, which they're in our bodies, so they should be covered by regular health insurance. And then your dental insurance is never all that great. The maximum you usually get out of them is like $1,500, and that's it. So it boggles my mind that we're not taking better care of our teeth, which are going to overall make our bodies more healthy. I digress on this, but like, make that make sense to me. Insurance companies could probably save a lot of money by taking care of our teeth, but instead they choose not to. And yeah, that's getting into very deep discussions that I don't want to have on here because we don't need to be having those kinds of conversations here at the moment. But what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't. Makes no sense at all. Glasses are so expensive. They are. My husband had dental insurance for 35 years and refused to go. He died early. I'm telling you, like, teeth and mouth health is so important, and yet it's not covered. Or it's not covered well, I should say. Like, if you do have it covered, it's not covered well. You know? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had all the answers. I think if I was a politician, I would, like, that would be one of the things that I would run on is, like, I want to and of course, all the health packs, insurance packs would be so against me, but, like, I would run on wanting to merge dental and vision health insurance into our current health insurance. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it. We're going to move on. We're walking away from this topic. But it's just frustrating. Just frustrating. Long story short, I need to figure out my budget so I can pay for my new teeth. Tree says, I totally agree about teeth insurance. Kirk says, Ian, you're not home. Where might you be? I'm currently house sitting and dog sitting for my friends. They're coming home this afternoon. In fact, as soon as the live is over with, I'm going to pack everything up and then head back to my apartment because I need to do laundry. All right, so here's the second one. So I did accidentally get a couple, like I just accidentally landed these all in the same place. I have two of that there, but you know, it's fine. I'm not gonna rip it apart. These are just gonna be on the zippered tool bags anyways, so I'm not gonna freak out about it. I think I'm gonna end up selling these tool bags anyways, so they're not even gonna be for me. Because if I was to look at them, I would see that all the time. But you also have to remember it's gonna be like in a 3-dimensional space, so it's gonna be rolled up and around. So that will kind of hide that a little bit. Got threads going everywhere. There we go. All right. Hey Marie, how are you? I think there's some side conversations going on. Shelly is saying she'd vote for me. Thank you. Let's see. Where'd it go? Oh, Linda asked, did you order all of Tula's Everglow? We'll talk about that next weekend, I think. Let's talk next weekend about that. It is scrappy. It is very scrappy. Do you have a shop where you sell your projects? I do not. I'm trying to figure out how and what to do. Because I would like to, I have a couple of things that I want to sell, but I don't know where and how. Tiffany does hers on her YouTube channel, and I'm kind of thinking about doing that, where like you could like send the money via PayPal or something of that, so that way I could ship out a few items. But because I literally have 6 tool bags, well, 8 tool bags once I get these put together. But I could put some, tool bags together using these, and then I could sell them. That's the hope, at least. So, oops, help fund my need for tool. So there we go. There's 2 tool bag bases that I'm gonna iron these when I get home, and then I will start assembling the tool bag using them. And again, we might do that next weekend. I haven't decided what we're doing next weekend, so maybe we'll spend the time together sewing tool bags together. What do you think? What do you think about that? Judy says, before I retired, for the past 3 years, I've dumped as much money as I could into my HSA, and now it pays for my supplemental health insurance and dental plans. That's good. We have a max that we can put into our HSA, and since I need the implant work, and I know that the implants are going to be really expensive, I think I'm gonna max it out, so that way, like I said, in the long run, it saves me money, but in the short term, it's gonna decrease my paychecks. All right. Well, that's about all I had today. They're having some side conversations. Research on the implants. Oh, trust me, I am definitely doing that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to sell these at some point. Kind of want to do it just here on YouTube, the way that Tiffany does it. Just item number B1, make it easy that way and whatnot. That way I don't have to worry about open it, because I do have an Etsy seller account, but I've never set it up. and that's a lot of work. So, I don't know. Katrina is getting ready to start a double wedding ring this week. Exciting. Becca says we could also. Okay. All right, we'll talk about that. Good to know, Shelly. Oh, Katrina, that's not a bad idea. Katrina says get Becca to sell them in her shop. That may not be a bad idea. I may have to talk to Becca and see if she would be open to that. I would of course need to give Becca a cut of that to host them up on her shop. But aw, thank you, Becca. We'll talk about that. Yes, I would, Becca. I would need to give you a cut of that because you're literally helping me out. So yes, I would need to give you a cut. I have a couple leftover pieces that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. Ooh, craft show, exciting. I'm excited. So let's see, we got May, June. I'm gonna go visit Becca. July, I go to the Quilt Fest or the Quilt Show in Sisters, Oregon, which there's a couple of quilt shows out, or quilt stores, excuse me, out there. My mustache is getting too long. I need to trim that. And then I am gonna try and get Daydreamer into the State Fair of Texas, and that's September, October. So cross your fingers in September and October that I can get a blue ribbon. I would love a blue ribbon from the State Fair. That would be really amazing. Make a hot pad. Oh, I can make a hot pad with these. Hello, Sean. Debbie says, I bet Becca would accept tips in fabric rather than cash. I mean, it's probably true. Tips and hugs are even better. Very true. Very, very true. Sue asked, oh, well, yeah, Sue, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Becca kind of answered that, but yes, I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I will be trying to enter the State Fair. Cross your fingers that I can get a blue ribbon from the State Fair, because how really amazing would that be? That would be awesome. I would love that. Love it. Would love it. All right, I think I'm going to jump off of here. We had a good hour-ish, so don't forget, join me Friday over on the Cotton Cuts social media for the big reveal of Piazza. Guys, you're not going to want to miss this. I love Piazza. I think it might be my favorite quilt from the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. It is so beautiful. Cannot wait for y'all to see it. I get to do the big reveal with Cotton Cuts on Friday. Make sure to go check out their social media. We'll be live hopefully again next Sunday. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. We'll figure that out. But in the meantime, if you want to get in on that legit kit color vortex, legit kits, excuse me, there's a big difference. I found this out. There's a big difference between legit kit and legit kits online. So if you go to type in legit kit, you're going to get a completely different website. But legit kits, if you want the color vortex, make sure to go over to their website, use the discount code IAN, and it'll give you 10% off your first month, and then it gives me a small commission at no cost to you. And if you want to go order that, and again, it's exclusive. That pattern is exclusive to the block of the month. You can only get it with the block of the month. Head over to legitbom.com and then use that code Ian to get 10% off your first clue. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. She just put the thing in the chat, so that way you have it. Yeah, and then let's see. There's some other stuff going on. I feel like there's something that I'm missing, but I can't remember what it is. I feel like there was something that I was going to be really excited for. I don't know, but doesn't matter. I think that's going to do it for today. I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, guys, normal's just sitting on the dryer. It's going to take me a minute because I actually have to get up and walk over to the phone to stop everything. So you're going to see my very attractive legs in my soccer shorts here in a second. Visiting you is going to be a super exciting time, but I felt like there was something. I felt like there was another show, but there's not. I was thinking Daydreamer comes back to me for a couple of months before it goes back out to Oregon, so I don't know. Flash those calves, rawr! I don't know what I'm doing. Is there a link for Friday Candy? There is not, but if you go over to the Cotton Cuts page over on Facebook, they will post the link for that big reveal on their social media. I'm going to be on Zoom with them, so I won't have the link, but they will post it up on their social media, so make sure to go check that out. Bow chicka wow wow. Kirk says, Ian, I saw your So News promo. It was awesome. Thank you. Was it your show with Chris? No. That one's in August. I am going to try and enter that one too, and I'm going to put the banana quilt into that one. We'll see how well it does. I'm excited to see the notes that I got from the South Carolina show. I'm very interested to see what the judges liked and didn't like about my quilt, because there was definitely a couple of quilts that I was like, my quilt I feel like was better than that ribbon-winning quilt. But you know, you never know what the judges want. I should do a video on that at some point. I should do a video on quilt judging, and you never know exactly what they're going to want to see and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, okay, I'm going to walk over and turn everything off. Bye! See, here are my very attractive legs, everyone. Okay, everyone, have a good day. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.